Dear friends, welcome to this episode of Project Kisse Kavitayein. In last episode, we had established Camp 1 and planned to do recce cum acclimatization walk to Camp 2. We are all set for the move. From Camp 1, straight on the left side, there are huge rocks, and towards the right side of the rocks, there is a kind of stream of snow coming down. And from this stream of snow, we had to go up. Not very far from the rocky area. That's the safest one. On 13th itself, by 1:30, all of us reached the camp. The camp is getting prepared. But before we settled down, it started snowing, which carried on 14th and almost half the day of 15th. We were in a fix, you can say, worried about the weather. Because weather has a big role to play in the success of any expedition. Of course, the training of members, their technical knowledge, as well the fitness is very, very important. On 15th, in the afternoon, as planned before, Vasudev, Man Singh and Govind started moving towards our proposed Camp 3. Camp 3 is around 1.5 or maximum 2 hours normal walk. We had sent them so that they can assess the area. They can assess the next part of the climb. That's very, very important. This also I would like to just tell you. Whenever the movement is restricted because of snowfall, the maximum orders one can have is the cook. Leader gives different kind of orders. Other members are all so interested in other orders. But our cook, Ming Nima, was expert enough to tackle all our orders. So, on 15th evening, leader's tent was full of the members, discussions on, and the discussions were how to go ahead. Weather is challenging. Weather most of the time in mountains is challenging. And we had one of our transistor with us. And it used to give us very, very clear news from all the radio stations, distant radio stations. We used to be connected with the world through that. Now the discussion carries on. This discussion concludes. It's good if we can establish Camp 3 because then possibility of more members to be successful on the mountain is definitely there. But if weather is threatening like this always, then it's going to be a big question on the expedition. So finally, this was decided. Camp 3, which is proposed, it's not very far from here. If we can start early morning and plan our summit from here, that's great. If by chance any problem comes in between, we can come down in Camp 3. And then the trials can be made. So the decision is taken up. The summit party is going to be the student Vikram Khanna, the teachers Ajay Kumar, myself Dr. Biala, and our experts Vasudev, Man Singh, Govind. We were a little worried about Dr. Shukla, who had some muscle pull, bad muscle pull, couldn't move freely. But yes, sometime in mountain it happens and you have to accept it. On 16th early morning, Ming Nima was busy in his morning tea. He had served us a cup of tea very, very early, prepared porridge for our breakfast, made water even. I just want to tell you, on this altitude, water has a big role to play. You need to melt snow, and water you have to keep along during your climb because that's needed most of the time. So by 4 o'clock, by 4 in the morning, the party is out of the tent. Immediate after Camp 2, there is a descent. We came down to the glacier, Jaonli glacier, diagonally cut across. We were roped up. In the morning stages, crevasse doesn't threaten much because the snow is much harder. It can easily take your load. Within half an hour only, we had crossed Jaonli glacier, and now we have to, climb straight and catch the top ridge connecting our proposed Camp 3. Now we were passing through straight climb, and to our surprise, there were some of the glacier structures, different kind of structures, attracting us. We passed through those structures and managed our proposed Camp 3 much before 6 o'clock. Had a big rest, gathered our technical stuff which was left yesterday. Now our plan was to go towards the col, which is towards east, and from there come towards the main peak of Jaonli. But when we started from our proposed Camp 3 towards the col, which was looking very easy, it wasn't that easy. And much before the col, we could see towards almost southwest to Jaonli peak that we need not to go to the col, and there is a straight climb from here. So that was the planning. Even closer to the proposed Camp 3, Vasudev, when he had seen second point of Jaonli, mentioned to me, Dr. Saab, if you say, I can do the fixing of rope straight from here, and easily members can, do jumaring. I had to tell him, we are moving with the amateur climbers. Had it been the expert climbers, we could have easily followed this route. But it's okay, we need to be safe enough with these children and the teachers. So now, much before the call, it was around, might be a little over 9 o'clock. Now we had to go straight up, which was quite easy till 10:30, because the slope was negotiable, and we were fully roped up. Yes, a lot of snow was there. And the leaders who used to lead the group were just changing frequently. Because we cannot expose one individual. So, around 11:30, we were standing at a point watching towards almost north. The Jaonli point the second highest point of Jaonli, was almost parallel to us. We are satisfied with our progress. Now the slope increased a bit. It must have been 60 to 70 degrees. When frequent rests were taken, frequent encouragement to the members were given. Because you get tired. And when weather is also challenging, sometimes it used to be clear and we used to be connected with the surrounding world, the peaks and all that. But within no time, it used to be cloudy and we were put under question where to go. But the ridge was very clear. We are quite sure of our success and our route even. Around 12:30, that slope eased a bit. Now we are sure of our final destination, not very far. Though tired, though frequent rests were taken, but we were gradually moving up. It was around 2:45 when we were standing at our destination, paying tribute, even paying our respect to the peak, to the God, thanking God that He has provided us enough strength and courage to be here. Though disappointment were, the weather didn't clear, but for a short period, the whiteout was cleared. We could see the world surrounded with the beautiful part of the Himalayas. Ajay and Vikram had conveyed, "Sir, how will we go back? Because it's completely white out." I conveyed them, "Don't worry. We had left our imprints behind, and those imprints will take us to our goal." We had taken almost 1.5 or 2 hours to reach proposed Camp 3, had a rest, had some refreshment, and again moved. Around 6:30 we were at our Camp 2. Everybody was satisfied. Because it's something not easily accessible, easily achieved. You need technical expertness. We're lucky that God has provided us all that which was needed today. Doon School expedition was successful. Great achievement for each one of us, especially the Doon School mountaineering tradition also.